Colorado Legislative Council staff recently presented a quarterly review to the Joint Committee to discuss Colorado's current economic state.
And one topic they talked about, the TABOR checks that Coloradans can expect to receive if the state gets back additional funds.
And that's where our Caroline Peters joins us this morning with a breakdown on how this next set of TABOR checks might impact us.
Yes, good morning, Bree, Ira. Tax season, it's upon us, and it's important to note one thing. While you did get a TABOR check last year, if you qualified, you'll also be seeing an additional number of TABOR dollars on your refund this year. You might be wondering why. Well, they still owe you money. That's because last year was the biggest TABOR surplus our state has ever seen, $3.7 billion. That is 4 times larger than any TABOR surplus Colorado has had in history. So what about next year? Unfortunately, you might be looking at a smaller check. That is because the experts have forecasted that the surplus will be $2.7 billion. Now, that's still a lot of money. And how does that break down for you at home? They're predicting you'll get this on your 2023 tax return. Note you got your TABOR check early last year because of legislative action that was done, but usually you'll get this on your tax return, so about a year from now. This is what they're predicting you will get. A single person, low income, about $400. A married couple with high income, about $3,000. So how do you know where you fall in this? Well, the Pew Research Center, they have a calculator that breaks this down. I'll have that on our website in about 10 minutes after this hit, so you can check that out. Another thing, all of this could change. Now, why is that? That is because legislative action always holds true. They can change how much they give you back in a refund. Also, the forecast could be wrong. While the experts say they're standing strong with this forecast, they also say, you know, there's still a little bit of time to figure things out. The future of large TABOR refunds, like we saw last year, that's a declining trend. Why? Because our state doesn't expect revenue to grow as much as inflation is growing, as we see, along with that population growth. Now, there's 2 reasons for this. Number one, the TABOR formula, it allows our state to keep more revenue when inflation's high. Also, that voter-approved tax cut dropped the income tax rate, as you can see here. Doesn't seem like a big deal or a big difference. Well, it allows the state to collect less money. So a lot of information here. Here's what the experts had to say.
We wouldn't expect revenue that the state collects to keep up with inflation plus population growth. Our current forecast expects that the economy is going to really slow down, and that would mean less tax revenue for the state.
And the Legislative Council staff produces a forecast every quarter. What is the significance about the one they just shared? Well, it's a big deal because it is the one that our state uses to set the budget.